Hey everyone, this is Felicia with The Book is Done. It's been a minute since I have posted. Life has been lifing. But the biggest thing was that I was not well. I was sick. And just took me a minute to get over the ickies. I definitely had to post these up before tomorrow. January 1st, 2024. I realize I haven't done this. I don't think I've done it for November or December yet. And probably here within literally the last week, I have finally been able to feel okay enough to even look at a book to read and then actually read a book. So my goal, I forgot what time it is. I think it's maybe like 3 or 4 or something. It's 3:45. I seriously have 3 books that I want to finish before 11:59 tonight. And so I definitely wanted to get through these. I'm going to talk about, it's a total of 7 books. So this will be for November and December. For December so far, I have only read 2 books. Matter of fact, I did finish 3. I did a Kindle book. And so I will talk about that as well. I'm gonna get through November tonight, if I don't do nothing else, and then I'll do December tomorrow. But we're going into the new year new. Like we're just doing things differently, and so some of these are slight book reviews. Well, all of them are book reviews, but like some of them will include spoilers. Like this one I'm getting ready to talk about now. Um, it's a novelette, so this was like maybe 60, 55 pages, 57 pages long. So it's gonna be short and sweet with some of them. Others are just gonna be like, okay, girl. But here we go. So this isn't the first book that I read for November, but this right here, the night, the Nightmare Under the Mistletoe by Nadija Mujagic. I'm gonna get a name right one day. This book right here, this is a novelette, only 56 pages long, but I read that book in like 10 minutes. I was like, what is happening? So, long story short, with this book, Emma is she is a woman who just became single. Her boyfriend just broke up with her, so she's heartbroken, and she's of course it's during the Christmas time. The what is this, Nightmare Under the Mistletoe? So it's Christmas time, so she's heading to a Christmas party for her job or with her colleagues at work, and so she um, Emma, she is, I don't want to say the director of HR, but she's like the HR contact for this company. It's a small company. It's only like 5 of them, 5 or 6 of them that work collectively together. And so she is, even though she just um, is dealing with a breakup, she was just like, you know what, let me just go get out. Let's just see what happens. So one of her coworkers, he's kind of socially awkward, as the book says. He's a socially awkward colleague. I need more coffee. And party host. His name is Seth. He invites her to this party, and she's just like, um, sure, why not? Let's go, let's go. So she gets to this house. They all get to this house. It's like a mansion, and they're just like, how in the world can Seth afford this on his budget? Like, I am making, 2 times, 3 times more than he is, and I'm nowhere close to this. Like, maybe it's old money or family money or inherited money or whatever the case may be. So, walk into this house, and she sees, 4 other colleagues, and like everybody is there. And so she's just like, okay, this is really nice. And so, like, while they're standing there, people are having holiday drinks, and she notices like the party favors. She was expecting like hors d'oeuvres and like really nice food, and it was just like Ritz crackers and pizza bites at this house. And she was just like, that's a little weird. We're in like this multi-million-dollar house. Okay, whatever. Still a little odd though. So they're drinking, having a good time, and Seth is just standing off real nervous. Like he's just little Shady Boots character, and she's just like, why isn't he mingling with the people? Granted, there's only five of us that are his guests. Why? I mean, he was just like sweating, like just pale, and just really awkward. Like it was just weird. And so all of a sudden, he said that they had ran out of wine, and so Seth invited Emma to go downstairs to the basement, to go get more wine. And she was like, why isn't he getting more wine? He's the host. But I mean, I digress. He's a host. Maybe he doesn't want to leave his guests. It's no problem. I'll go downstairs. She goes downstairs. Okay, we're going into spoilers here. She goes downstairs and is locked in the basement. And at one point, is some lights in the basement, but it just didn't seem right. She's looking all over this basement for the wine. You know, you would think it would be like a wine cellar or just an area where you see wine bottles. You just go and pick one and go. And all of a sudden, the lights go out. So she's like, what in the world? And then she hears pop, pop. And she was like, if I didn't know any better, that would be gunshots. But she didn't think anything of it because it was a game that they were playing earlier, maybe like 10 or 15 minutes before she went downstairs, that involves popping balloons. So she just thought that the balloons popped. Why they have balloons popping at a Christmas party, I don't know. I digress. But that's the book. So all of a sudden, then the door unlocks and she walks outside. The Christmas music is playing. Christmas song on repeat, Mariah Carey. All I want for Christmas is you. Excuse me. And everybody's like, if I hear this song one more time, I'm going to lose it. I am going to freaking lose it. And so it's like legit on replay. And so she goes upstairs and she sees like two of her colleagues like just on the floor. And she was like, well, maybe they're just a little passed out because she was a little buzzed from the alcohol that she drank. And everybody was feeling all tipsy and stuff. So she was like, maybe they're just, maybe they just fell out because she was feeling woozy. So she goes to she's walking in the living room and she sees one of the ladies. I guess she's like the main person over the business, and she's laying behind the couch and it's like a pool of blood like surrounding her. And she was like, oh my gosh, she's dead. So Seth is there, and Seth is just like a whole 360 person. He's just like, I did this for you. And she's like, what are you talking about? Like they're dead. Like I don't understand. So, in all things, he was just like, they had asked each other, what would you like for Christmas? And Seth was like, I want her job. I want to do what she does. And he was talking about Emma, and she was like, wait a minute, what is happening here? So fast forward back to when she comes back upstairs and she sees all of this. He's like, I want to do what you do. I want your job. You know why I did this. I did this because of you. She was like, you did not kill these people because of me. Like, you killed people. Like, I have to go get help. So then he like grabs her and he's trying to, in a sense, borderline kill her. So I'm going to stop right there because it's more to the book. It's not that much. Like I said, it's a novelette. There's more to the book than that. But it was nice, short and sweet. The main takeaway that I have from this was, be sure that you be careful in how you treat your coworkers, how you talk to your coworkers, how you act towards your coworkers, because, and this is with anybody, but just in life, you never know how they're going to take it, how they're going to perceive it, how they're going to receive it, and you don't know how it's going to make them feel. Granted, there are different situations for different situations, but at the same point in time, you just be careful in how you treat people. Period, point blank. So, if you have not read anything by Nadija Mujagic, there we go. Try this. See what you think. She does have a book that came. She has several books. She has like 4 or 5 other books. She has another one coming out here in February called The Lottery of Secrets. But it's a book called The House of Secrets. I want to say that's the name of it. I want to say it's called The House of Secrets. I talked about this earlier. The Lottery of Secrets is going to be the sequel to that book. It's going to be so good. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I couldn't put down The House of Secrets. So, in all things, that's the first book I'm going to talk about. We got some more to go. Let's go.